too many nail technicians are leaving way too much money on the table. You're not upcharging what you should in your services. For art especially, we're going to get into the details of exactly how to upcharge your clients right now on the Biz Talk. One of the things I love about the Biz Talk is that Tracey and I have like literally 2-second conversations before we start recording, because we want to get sort of the real vibe, the actual conversation right here on camera. I don't want to sit here and talk about it too much. I want to get your true feelings and thoughts on the topic. I am going to keep my phone close because I might have to do some calculations. And although this brain, Tracey, can calculate 1 billion miles a second, if that makes any sense at all, I still need my calculator. I know you're shocked, but I still need my calculator. Don't be surprised.
As long as you keep your shoes on and don't count your toes, we're good.
It's early in the morning, by the way, and we're getting this going. Okay, let's jump into this. Let's talk about upcharging. This is a problem that I know we see. So we have an OWC course that we run monthly.
Which means 1 week course.
1 week
everybody
course.
Always asks.
Correct. It's our 1 week course. And we've got nail technicians and students that come through our program every single month. It's an incredible, incredible program. Now, the one thing that we see on a regular basis is nail techs are not charging for additional services. Let's call it art is one of them, on a regular basis. Tell us what you're seeing, Trace.
So once you've kind of, I know that we kind of give things away maybe at first to get the clientele in, but there's a certain point that they are giving away so much money and they don't see it. That's what we talk about at the OWC.
Okay, so take us through an example, because I'm thinking onesie twosies, but what
onesie twosies.
I can't.
This is my world.
It is your world. like exactly what are you seeing?
Okay, so let's take for instance a glitter.
Okay.
So we preach that you should charge $5 per glitter, and we're
$5 per glitter.
So every time I pull a glitter out, let's say you want a glitter fade, so I'm using 2 different glitters. That's an upsell of $10.
Whether it's one nail or all 10 nails.
The minute I pull it out. Yep.
Okay, got it.
1 nail, 10 nails, I don't care. It's $5 per glitter.
Perfect.
Okay, so we preach it, $5. And people will tell me, well, you know what? I love glitter. We do. I mean, I would rather do a glitter smile line than a pink and white smile line any day.
Sure.
Because the glitter hides all the imperfections. But they say, okay, so it's easier for me. I like it. And I'm only giving away $5. But that's not what they're giving away. Once you break it down, we tell them, if you only upsell 1 glitter per client and you have 8 clients in a day,
right,
you gave away over $10,000 that year.
Okay, let's just quickly do the calculation here.
Oh,
let's just say, I know, because I like numbers.
Information.
I like information. I like numbers. Let's break this down. So what you're saying, if somebody charges for pink and white $40, if they're getting a glitter fade, the set now goes to $50.
Correct.
Right. So for 2 glitters, okay, let's just talk 1 glitter. So $5 for a glitter. Let's say they just want a little sort of fade into the body of the nail from the tip. 1 glitter, $5. They're doing that for free. So times 8, that's $40 a day.
Yes.
Right. Mm-hmm. Times 5 days in a week.
Yep.
It's $200 a week. Times 50 weeks is $10,000. It's actually 52. So that's $10,400.
Yep.
I think if my math is correct.
Yes.
So you're right. It's over 10 grand.
Thank you
You're
for
welcome.
supporting my information.
You're welcome. I just need to understand, I think everybody else wants to understand, the math. I like math. But that's just 1 glitter. So if you're talking 2 glitters per service, that's over $20,000. Dude.
Nobody just gets 1 glitter, right? Nobody.
Right.
And that's the thing. What are you giving away? You're giving away so much money. You're giving away your vacations,
right,
your health insurance,
right,
your clothes. Once you look at it that way, they're just like, oh wow, it's not $5.
Okay, so here's the question then. how does somebody go from giving it away, like somebody that's been doing this for the last 5 or 6 years, has a great clientele, and they have been giving it away. How do you suddenly go from giving it away to like new policy? Like, because I mean, the reality is customers are going to be upset, right? They're going to be, because that's not what they're used to.
Right.
Whether it's right or not is almost beside the point. It's not what they're used to.
Yeah, it's what you've been doing.
Right. So how do you change?
Right.
How do you, what's the reality? Like, how do you deal with that?
What?
How do you deal with that?
Calm down. You don't just go back to your salon and go, guess what? All my prices, all those glitters, they're $5. I know I've been giving it to you for free, but it's now that is an additional $40 what I just put on you. You can't do that, right? You have to take little baby steps. So first of all, I always say, like, make yourself a nice little printout of your new pricing. New pricing effective a month from now.
Okay.
Now, I'm not saying maybe you've been giving, 4 glitters away. You're not going to go, okay, that's an additional 20 now. You can put it on special. You can like, well, this is my standard pricing. It is going to be $5 per glitter now. But you know what? I'm doing a special. It is 4 glitters for the price of 2. So that kind of eases them into it. Plus, they don't just sit down and they're shocked by it. Like,
so how long would that special go for? Because
so you didn't need to run it anymore. So you give them a month or 2 of that, and then
get used to to transition to the pricing.
Yeah, that way it's not such a shock. No one wants to sit down and go, "Oh, I just did that, and guess what? It's an extra $40 right now." I always think of hairdressers. Hairdressers always have their prices posted, right?
Right.
I know exactly. You want a deep condition? It's an extra. We'll call it $10. Do you want blue in your hair? That's extra.
Right.
Do you want blue, red?
They're upcharging properly, basically.
So think that way, but it's never a shock. It's always posted. You know, whatever additional thing that they're going to do.
Right. No, that makes sense. But what we're talking about is like the nail techs have not been doing, the ones that have not been doing this to transition into it, they're going to lose clients. What do you say to that?
They won't. They might.
You don't think they're going to lose any clients?
It can happen.
Okay.
But rarely does it happen. And usually,
in your experience,
in my experience, the ones we've talked to, the OWC, that actually bite the bullet and go, you know what, I'm going to do this. They give their clients enough notice. Yes, some are going to complain. I always say you don't do it with a question. I don't say, Habib, I'm going to raise my prices. It's, hey, Habib, my prices are going up in a month. I just want to direct you to my new pricing, just to let you know. And that way, the next time you come in, you'll know what you want ahead. But it's with confidence.
Yeah, see, I love that, Tracey.
Yeah, you got to say it with confidence.
Yeah, that's if you go into it, right? And this is like for life, really. This is a life lesson.
Right.
You go into price change lightly and say, "Oh, by the way, I think I'm going to change my prices," and you wait for the reaction.
What do you think?
Right. What do you think? Yeah. No.
I think it's a bad idea.
That's a bad idea.
You should charge less.
Yeah. Right. That right there is, I think it's everything. It's how you communicate it to your clients. And I love what you said earlier about doing it. The transition has to be soft and gentle.
Of course.
In terms of giving them enough notice, right? Like you've got to give them notice. Hey, in 30 days, even 60 days, whatever it is, if you're, January 1st, you're going to do this. You start posting November 1st. I'm going to have a price change. That's awesome. And then even if they've been getting like 4 glitters, if you basically say, okay, for the first 2 months though, going in, I'm going to give you a deal. Don't worry. But eventually I have to get my prices up because, cost of products is going up. Your cost of products have been up for the last 5 years. If you've been doing this for free, like you can communicate that to your clients and say, hey, my cost is up. You're telling the truth.
Well, I always say, this is stupid, but I always say you can't go to a pizza place and ask for a supreme pizza and expect to pay for a cheese pizza. Right. You just can't. They may have a special.
Yeah.
But you're going to pay for every topping you put on. So we have to start thinking that way. And what you said about losing a client, we can't live by that fear, right?
That's true.
Give them the notice, make it gentle. But if you lose that client, I guarantee 99% of the time they'll be calling you back, you will be like, I don't have a spot. I filled it up.
Right.
So don't worry about that because the additional income, this is how we get our raises. We don't have someone that comes to us like Habib comes to me and says, hey, guess what? You're getting a raise.
Never.
When you're in business, you got to give yourself a raise.
You do. So like doing it is no question. You should. Okay. And how Tracey was describing, you have to do that. Now, the big thing is how you do it, how you communicate it. You've got to give them enough notice. And then people that have been getting a lot of services, like, multiple glitters, give them a promo, transitioning them into the full pricing later. And then the biggest thing for me, and I know this is true, you've got to do it with full confidence. Yep. You have to let them know. You be very nice about it, but you have to do it with confidence. This is your business. Yep. Okay. This is your livelihood. And like Tracey was saying earlier, adding this income, the upcharge, is going to give you so much better, like whether it's lifestyle or paying for vacation or health insurance, whatever that
cutting
is.
Your hours back, whatever.
Right.
But that's the thing. What I tell the girls, when you say, I'm going to give it away for free, just picture looking at your family and saying, we can't go on that vacation.
Right.
I can't get you those, whatever it is, because I gave away glitter for free. It's a business, and I know it's really hard to do because we love what we do and we want to make people happy. But if you look at it as a business, you have to.
Yeah.
And that's how you support yourself.
It's how you support yourself. You've got to have that confidence, deliver it to your clients in a very positive way. Let them know. Please comment below. Let us know your take on upcharging. Tell us what you're doing on upcharging. Let's get the discussion going in the comments below. We want to hear from you. We want to thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week on the Biz Talk.